Hey, crypto community. Now I'm going to share with you the latest news this week that I have found over the industry and the trends that look interesting to me. So let's get started. I'm going to share the screen with you and we're going to go. The first one I want to share with you is that Ethereum market capitalization is growing really high, and despite of high gas fees, high gas transactions, uh, it goes over the platinum among all the real world assets. So that's very interesting. It's another milestone, so to say, though of course it's symbolic, because comparing digital assets to real world assets is quite relative, and it helps us uh, to measure and to feel the growth of the industry. So to be precise and exact, so it's the peaked price of 2,007 741 on Wednesday, another all-time high according to the data from the sources. So the total market capitalization has exceeded $315 billion. So that's the 33rd most valuable asset in the world, and it overtakes, goes higher than metal platinum. So this is another symbolic milestone when you speak to your friends and acquaintances about Ethereum, about cryptocurrency in general, about the potential. So it's really growing, and we can say that Ethereum is equal to platinum in the real world. This is fair to say. In interesting news, of course, all the links will be giving in the video description. So the next one, which is also interesting, is the Tether USDC stable coin that we know, is mostly on Ethereum and mostly on Tron blockchain. So now there is more Tether stable coins, USDTs, on Tron than Ethereum. So the main reason why this is happening. So in this article you can read the more details about it, but the main reason is that this blockchain, Tron blockchain, is mostly used for gaming and gambling applications. Most likely in Southeast Asia, because American and European regulators do not confirm that industry, and this is one of the reasons and the main reason why USDTs are that popular in that blockchain. So this is remarkable. You can see the chart. You can see the charts and the comparison of the Tron, of Ethereum growth compared to each other, so that this very conclusion makes it very interesting. The next one, this is more likely overall overview article that Bitcoin and DeFi are completely different, so that you could understand the difference between those assets, those industries, those crypto crypto industries, as different nature, as of different nature and of different phenomena. So let me explain why. So the picture is quite self-explaining. We can differentiate between oranges and apples, because those fruit are of different phenomena. So decentralized finance, as we know, is specifically and mostly based on the Ethereum, though on other blockchains as well. And the author of that article says that that Bitcoin is mostly a saving technology, like saving accounts in the bank, that have. So Bitcoin is the asset that is used for saving because of saving technology and deflationary approach. I have made a separate video about inflationary and deflationary approaches. So the inflationary standard is mostly is mostly led by the governments for fiat cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies should be cheaper so that to provoke spending, not to provoke uh, saving accounts, saving money. So in simple words, are getting fiat money is getting cheaper and cheaper every time, and deflationary money, so the assets like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because they are limited in their emission, are getting more expensive and exposed to saving. So this is the key idea. I very like I like this topic very much. So this relates mostly to the philosophy, economical philosophy. So this is one of the things, and what conclusion I'm making out of that idea is that we need to percept and see Bitcoin not like a trading asset. We need to see it as a saving asset. No matter how much it costs, you need to percept it. You need to see it as saving. If you want to save money, go to Bitcoin. Of course, it may go down. This is the risk. But in general, if we take 4 year periods for fork, you have seen the videos about that. You know what it is. So the next one is in 2024. So in general, it's a deflationary mechanism that makes it more expensive. That's why the institutional players, big players, are investing to Bitcoin not for getting more money, but for saving the existing money flow from inflationary model. You can read the details. So Bitcoin's killer app is saving. So this is the idea that Pierre Rochard is giving us in his tweet. So this is Bitcoin killer is in saving. So we don't need to kill it. We just need to use it for saving. That's the sarcastic idea about it. What about DeFi? DeFi brings a greater yield, of course, greater income, but higher risk. This is the idea I'm telling you always in my videos, and we need to evaluate the risks and to be very attentive with what we investing to. I explained to you many times what factors we need to take into account in previous videos. So DeFi applications by their technical nature are interconnected to each other. If we take stable coins, Tether, USDT, you can see that this stable coin is serving as much of the saving as or connection to a fiat real world, and of course as a collateral which you put and block in the protocols and then unblock after it. So the author compares it to Legos and Jenga. So most likely DeFi is Jenga, when one oracle or one brick or one plate can go out, and it can make all the all the peer I'm not saying pyramid, of course, all the tower break. So this is the risk, and we need to take it into account. That's the main ideal idea of that article. And of course, DeFi will improve, which we are talking about many times. So the protocols will be improved, the user experience will be improved, the mechanism, the technical mechanisms will be improved, like it is implemented in Uniswap as one of the leading decentralized exchanges. So this is a very interesting article to read. Then another philosophical article is that DeFi will decentralize the enterprise. This is the idea I want to share with you, and I completely agree with this idea. So the author of that idea tells absolutely the same that I'm telling in my videos, that the innovation of decentralized finance is mostly in decentralization rather than in finance. So it's more about services than finance. So no matter, of course, finances and money is and digital assets are important, but what is more important is the technology and the approach. So he says that operative world is decentralized, but not the finance. So in real, finance is not that centralized, that decentralized how it looks. It becomes evident and clear when you look at different kinds of open source protocols. So they're really not that decentralized. So if it's open source, it's not that decentralized. So he brings and divides the notion of decentralization into technical decentralization and economic decentralization. So technical decentralization means anyone can use the protocol, can use the code. Of course, there are many subtypes of technical decentralizations. So economic decentralizations has two aspects: control and liability. So the less concentrated control is, the more liability, the more trust in the protocol we have. So in short, DeFi resolves the issue of trust. So people do not trust each other, and of course, decentralization is one of the things that makes it possible in general. So the next, of course, event is the speech of the U.S. president regarding the taxes for people who earn more than average. So they are adding more taxes on business, on big business, rather than previously. So this is a very symbolic news. I will not make the conclusions out of that, because you can make them yourselves, and you will be able to see what consequences it will bring to business, to big business, to institutional business. Of course, much of the business will go to more to cryptocurrency, and because regulation is not the enemy of cryptocurrency, but one of the factors that stops its development. The next one, price predictions for PancakeSwap based on Binance Smart Chain and Uniswap based on Ethereum. Those are the DEXs that are mostly popular in their segments. Uniswap is the leader, and PancakeSwap is the leader in Binance Smart Chain. It's a very interesting article, and the main outcome of that article is that those assets are hitting their tops. So Uniswap was hitting around 42 dollars per token. So, and CakeSwap is hitting is hitting the margin of 29.5. So those DEX leaders also SushiSwap is very interesting. You know about it. Those DEX leaders are showing the best stability at the market. So this is the article. I'm going to drop you the link to. Then Opera browser integrates unstoppable domains. Unstoppable domains is the organization or the institution that brings a new approach to domains. So you know whether every domain expires, has its expiry date, and later on you need to renew it, you need to buy it. So if you buy the domain on the web, you buy it temporary. You can't buy it forever. You just pay the fee to renew it. So Unstoppable Domains is the organization that integrates forever ownership of the domain. So you can own it as you want and sell it, of course. So and Opera is the first browser that integrates it into its ecosystem without any extensions. Of course, you can integrate it through extensions on other browsers like Chrome or Firefox, but Opera does it without any extension. So it's very interesting trend. It's not about this precise news, but the general trend for decentralization of services, including domain. You can read about it uh, with more details later on. Then the next one, Balancer. Balancer is one of the protocols that you might be aware of, and that integrates with Gnosis to develop a gasless Ethereum DEX. So we need to pay attention to that news and follow that project, that cooperation between those two companies, because they want to introduce a very interesting kind of DEX, and to improve, of course, to improve the experience, to improve the speed and transparency, and all the best features. It can be a real competitor to Uniswap, which is quite interesting. So the idea of this cooperation is to combine the improved vault system inherited to Balancer version 2 and to price finding mechanism that is developed and devised by Gnosis. So that's the interesting cooperation, and let's see what happens there. So if you trade there, probably you can make a token airdrop. So that's interesting thing to follow. Uh, Another interesting news, and I think that's one of the best news that I've ever read recently, that 1inch launches wallet for iOS App Store. Android app will follow soon, and this is a very interesting application. So real DeFi wallet that allows us, among all the standard features, to back up to Apple iCloud, so that you use the iCloud to store to store the data about your wallet. It doesn't mean that Apple or 1inch will read your information, will know your information. They don't have access to, because it's all encrypted, and of course it is checked by the audit. It's very important for DeFi protocols. So of course they integrate, as you know, with Binance Smart Chain, and you can switch in this DeFi wallet between two Ethereum, or between two blockchains, Ethereum or Binance Smart Chains. So this is a very exciting news that they are issuing it. And please, I recommend you to download, to play with it, to play with assets, buy, sell assets, especially on Binance Smart Chain, where the transaction fees are lower than on Ethereum. So please enjoy those applications, enjoy new technology, and I hope you don't really bored with that new sort of news, but this is an exciting news that makes us step into the future. And every week we get every time new kind of technologies, new combinations of technologies, and new services. It's very exciting and it's very interesting for me, and I hope for you as well. Thanks for watching this video. See you soon.